Hey you guys, hi, my name is Melanie Mitlow, and today I am going to do a shrimp boil. Me and my friend of 18 years, as you can look at the time, it's 2:49. But anyway, we just wanted to do a shrimp boil, and I've been watching, been seeing it on YouTube and TV, and I wanted to do my own. And I did a practice run the other night, and it was great. So I wanted to share it with you guys, and if you like, comment after I post, but I'd appreciate it. But first thing I want to do, y'all, is I want to wash off everything. And in this shrimp boil, we're going to have lobster, we're going to have shrimp, potatoes, sausage. What else? Right close to the cabinet and what? And I have to get some eggs.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so we're going to start washing off everything. And I've got 3 ears of corn. So what I'm going to do is first, I'm just going to put it on warm water, you guys, and just wash my corn off real good. And the other night when I first made it, I took my time and thought about how long it takes to cook, which I love to cook anyway. Actually, I'm trying to launch my own business, Yums, and so I sort of know like how long it takes certain stuff to cook. But you want to rinse your corn off real good, and then I'm going to break it. And because corn takes so long to cook, you want to put your corn and all that in first, and I'm just gonna let it sit for a little bit, and then see if I can get a lot of these little what are they called, baby? What are these things called, Quip? These little corn things. Husk. Okay, so here is the pot that I'm using, and what I'm fixing to do in this pot is I have all my seasonings right here. So I'm gonna start with rinsing off 2 lemons, you guys. Make sure you rinse off your food because it has preservative stuff sprayed on it and everything. And I'm going to use this knife. What you say, honey? Talk a little bit what? Louder?
Yeah.
And then I want to say, for Facebook and for YouTube, I do not own the rights to this music. Because I know they'll cut you off if you're playing music and don't own the rights to it. So I'm going to cut these lemons. Just cut them like this, like such. Drop them in the water. I'm not going to squeeze it or anything because this water right here is going to boil. And I want all those flavors to get in there really good. So, and then after I do the lemon, I'm going to cut up an onion. Sorry, babe, did I squirt you?
No, you good.
Okay. I had an onion over here. There it is. So, and this is not cross-contamination because it's all going into the same pot and there's no blood or anything, so I can use it. I don't have to keep rinsing off my knife. But yeah, I'm gonna use this whole onion because again it's going in a boil. So babe, your face is on the video. Did you see yourself?
In the corner right there, yeah.
Is that what you wanted, babe? You wanted to be in the video?
No, I didn't do it intentionally. Look, it's falling.
It's falling? Okay, then that's why you're my cameraman and you're my help. That's why when you're doing stuff like this, guys, it's important to be a team. You know, we women cannot do this by ourselves. Even though we claim that we can, we cannot. Okay, so I've got my onions and I've got my lemon in here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use minced garlic. And the reason why I'm using minced garlic because it's already heavy and it'll coat the bottom. So I'm going to use like this much. put it in the pot, and just let them flavors get in there and mix really, really well. It's really good. Then I'm going to take, I got a whole garlic clove, which I'm not going to use the whole thing, but I'm going to use like a quarter of it. And I'm going to, I've seen this on TV, y'all. This is how they tap it like that. And then they get all that stuff off of there. I love watching cooking shows. But, babe, do you have any idea of how to cut this garlic right? There it is. See, it came off, you guys. Alright, I really hope this video turns out well. I don't have any makeup on. I'm looking at this camera. I look really huge. I could have put some sleeves on because I'm talking to my future audience. People that need to know my personality. Ain't that right, y'all? Need to know my personality, and people want to know who cooking their food sometimes, because when you get to know the person that's cooking your food, believe it or not, it tastes better. It really do. That's why mom's cooking tastes so good. It's a little love there. Okay, so after I peel this off, then I'm going to start adding all my seasonings. And y'all, you guys, this is really, it's really good. Please don't mention it. Don't even say it. So, yeah, y'all, I want to share this with y'all. I went through a program and won an Entrepreneur's Award in starting my business. And I don't want to keep, I get nervous about really sharing about it because I don't want nobody with more money than me. It's sliding again, baby. To steal my idea. So maybe if I push this just a little bit more, maybe. And probably I hope that'll work. So now that we've got our garlic, and I smell it, it smells really great. It smells wonderful. Or maybe if we could push it like that, probably lift that up under there and push it in there. Yeah, I think that'll sort of help it. That's it right there, ain't it, baby? Mm-hmm. So, I've got my onion, I've got my garlic, and I've got my lemon in here. Really, really, really boiling, and it smells really good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some onion powder, and I'm going to dash it. I don't measure anything. I feel like I've been cooking long enough that I just eyeball it. Some people might not say that that's good, but
use your own measuring cup.
Yeah. So, and I'm using this cayenne pepper by Zanarans. Y'all, it is so good. I'm taking the top off because that steam makes it cloudy. And with that Zanarans right there, I used about 3 tablespoons. So, and then I'm going to use some Goya. Goya is fire. And yet again, I'm eyeballing it, you know, and it's more than a dash, less than a half a cup, less than 1/4 or 1/3. But it's more than a dash. And then I'm going to use some seasoning. Now, I'm not going to put no salt in it because when you cook in seafood, you have that shell on there. And sometimes that salt or salt water gets in that shell and it just sits there and it makes it really, really salty. And you don't want a salty seafood boil. And this right here is Old Bay's hot seasoning. And yet again, you have mild, you have hot, then you have extremely hot. This is on the hot side. It's not extremely hot. And you're going to put this in there. Okay, now I'm going to leave these out because the same thing is going to go in my sauce. So now what I'm going to do is, because like I said, I don't like to overcook my food and I don't want to overcook my corn, but I do want my corn to be tender, okay? So I'm going to, I want to stir it Want to make sure I stir all these seasonings. So I'm just going to take my knife and just go in here and just stir my pot. And my water is up to here. And the reason why it's up to there is because I'm using a lot of meat. You know, and we're fixing to throw down today. So, and once I put all this in here, what I'm going to do is probably pause the video and then we'll come back to it. But right now, I've got that added. Now I'm fixing to add my corn. This was just 3 ears of corn and I broke them in half. And I'm going to put that. And the time is 3 o'clock. And the way I measured it the other night is every 20 minutes, every 15 minutes, I add another ingredient. So if I'm making 5 ingredients, then at my 30-minute mark, I add, you know, something else, something else, something else. And in here, like I said, we're having lobster tails, y'all. These are wonderful. I bought them froze at Walmart. And of course, our lobsters are frozen. They're already cooked. They're pre-cooked because, as y'all know, seafood is not orange. It only turns orange when it's done. So, and right now I'm using shrimp, the raw shrimp, and I'm using the which one did I use? I used the raw large. I use these, and then I'm also using Captain Bob's, but these are tiger shrimp. So I'm going to put my shrimp in here. I'm going to put it in this bowl because I want to make sure that everything is clean, you guys, okay? So, and I've been wanting to cook this for my friend for like 2 weeks. And we've been together 18 years, and he loves my cooking, don't you, honey?
Of course I do.
And make sure you rinse it off, you guys. They say this is, see, that water is nasty to me. So just make sure, you know, and try to fill every one of them. Leave your shell on your shrimp. The reason why you want to leave your shell on your shrimp, so it will not lose its shape. So it'll stay big, and so it'll get, you know, it'll get a lot of the flavor into the shrimp, okay? So you want to just, you know, I'm going to clean them and I'm going to let them soak in the water and put that up here. Now I've added my corn. Like I said, I'm going to let my corn cook 15 minutes. Then after that 15 minutes, I will add my my Hershey Farm beef smoked sausage. And my honey really likes these. So for me, I only use 1. But for him, I'm going to put 3 in there because he might eat 1.5 or he might eat 2. But anyway, so I'm going to put this whole pack of Hershey Farm, the family pack. I don't know if y'all can see that real good. I know the light be on it sometimes. But I'm going to do this. And these red potatoes, I'm putting red potatoes in there. These red potatoes here. And I will be using all these potatoes. And the reason why is because I'm planning on us eating it more than once. Like, we're going to eat it, get the flavor of it, and then probably, you know, eat some more, of course. So, and like I said, I'm also adding 2 whole cooked lobsters. And the lobsters are frozen. On the bag it says, I wish I had some scissors in here, honey. I thought I had some. I'm going to go off camera, you guys, just for 1 minute, okay? I'm back. So, I'm going to show y'all the size of these good babies. And they come in see, these are really lovely. See them? This is how they look inside of the net. But I'm going to take them out of the net. And this is the last thing that you will put in the water. For the simple reason, they're already cooked. You just want to put these in there 8 to 10 minutes later. And 2, I'm going by the direction, and that's what the direction said on the bag. Because if you put your seafood in first, y'all look at this beautiful baby. Ain't that gorgeous, y'all? Ain't that just gorgeous? Just meat everywhere.
That motherfucker looks scary.
It looks scary. And you... Baby said it looks scary. So, anyway, this is what they look like. And two, I'm going to make sure I rinse all my seafood. Rinse it very thorough because in shipping and packing, I've seen some things, honey. So, I know if I wash them here at home, look at there, y'all. Look at that big baby. Ain't he beautiful? Ain't he beautiful? Can y'all see him? Y'all, look at all this meat. I got a napkin down here on the floor, so I won't. Look at there. Ain't he just gorgeous? Look at that tail. It looks really nice. It's going to be really good. We're going to enjoy ourselves. And then also, because I was buying so much, like those two lobsters, baby, how much were they? Like $30, $15 a piece?
Yeah.
Like, and I got some crab legs. I got these, they're frozen. You also add these last. And they came in a bag already seasoned. I'm not going to use their seasoning. I'm going to rinse their seasoning off because I've got my own seasoning here and I don't want the two seasonings to clash, you know. So, anyway, while that corn is boiling, we got 10 more minutes for the corn. And then I'm going to add my potatoes. So what I'm fixing to do now is rinse my potatoes off. Make sure, you guys, that you rinse your food. You know, and whatever's clean for you may not be clean, you know, whatever. Or I might not be clean enough for you, because when I was growing up, my granny used to put dishwashing liquid in the water, salt. Now I put salt and dishwashing liquid like in my turnip greens because, and I use the salt on greens because they come out the ground and worms. If you sprinkle that salt on them, it kills worms and all that you can't see with, you know, just by looking at it the first time. So anyway, just make sure you clean off, you know, just clean everything off. And I'm going to just put my clean potatoes in this pot. Not because I'm cooking them in the pot. I just don't want to do a lot of bending. And I'm just going to use what I know is clean and what's convenient for me because my kitchen is really small. But I love it. It's big enough for me. So, and I'm going to wash this and I'm going to run the water. You know, you always want to have running water. And just run it, you know, run it through and fill it. Make sure there ain't no slime on them or, you know, your hands are, you know, they don't have eyes, but the touch, you can tell. And just make sure you get all in between there, in between these little, what are these called, honey? Them little things down there, their tail.
Yeah.
Make sure you get in between there and open their clams up and close them. You know, their claws, and open that up. And just make sure you just get it good. And something's on here is sticking me really bad. They have, what's these sticky things?
Yeah.
Damn, they hurt. Yeah, this right here is a little slick feeling, so there is something on it. What, I don't know, but I'm rinsing it off and it's not, get up under these legs. And y'all, every one of these legs has meat in it. Everything on this bad boy has meat. Don't throw away any of it. All of this has meat. Yeah, some cut me or something. Not cut me, but And then, like, I still got the shrimp in here. I'm going to cut this water off, and I'm pouring this off. Babe, what you keep looking at?
The water.
Oh, that's okay, because I got the towel down there. Okay, now the shrimp are pretty. They actually even look, and these shrimp have been deveined. They don't have any of the little vein or whatever goes through there. Yeah, they're all deveined, so making sure of that. And I bought them like that so that they would be, so I wouldn't have to go through that and do that. I bought them deveined. This one right here don't look like it is though. I think they missed one, huh? Yeah, they missed one, girl. Oh, they missed one. That's why you always have to double check. Shoot now. You have to double check. Everything has to go through inspection. Even your inspection. Does not hurt to inspect stuff. Okay. So, we got 5 more minutes after the corn, and then, like I said, I'm going to add my potatoes because potatoes take, a little bit longer than the seafood. Like I said, the seafood is the last thing to cook. And baby, you think you can eat 2 of these?
Yeah, let's cut up 2.
Just cut up 2? You sure don't need to cut up 3?
Oh, that's good.
And you just gonna, I'm just gonna dice these like this. Just so they'll be edible and can soak up some seasoning. And some of you all might think that 30 minutes or 45 minutes is too long to cook corn. I don't like crunchy vegetables. I don't like crunchy green beans. So it just depends, to each his own. You can always add to or subtract from. But if you notice, like I said, these are all the seasonings here that I'm using. Some people may use more seasoning. I don't know. But this is what I chose to use. It is full of flavor. It works really well. And it's really good. So that's what I chose to use. Now that it smells so good, y'all. I wish I could smell it. Baby, you like the way it smells? Can you smell it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is marvelous. So, now, I'm going to add these potatoes. I'm going to put them in there. Drop the potatoes, baby. You think I need to drop all these potatoes in here?
Yeah,
I ain't going to drop them all.
Let me see. What's left in there?
There's 2, 4, 6, 7 left.
Nice. Yeah.
Just leave these. So, we're not going to use all the potatoes. So, and then, too, if you ever notice when, like, your food is boiling and when you always add another food, it, like, slows the boiling process down just a little bit because that heat flies into the food that you just put in the pot. So, that's another reason why I don't add everything all at once. Some people probably would, some people probably could, but the potatoes and the meat I am going to add together, okay, because their cook time is about the same. And those little bitty potatoes, you can cook them in like, 15 minutes, 25 minutes, and they'll be completely done. Because you can overcook a potato too now. You messed around and had mashed potatoes in your seafood boil, and you might be a little hot about it. So, okay, honey, I've got that. And these are the 2 bags. I'm going to tell y'all something else. I went looking. Seafood boils have gotten so popular that these bags are hard to find. I could not even find a bag to put in this pot. So what I'm going to have to do is cipher out, make a huge sauce, and then put my sauce in our individual bags of what we're going to eat. Still going to be the same thing. We're just going to have our own individual bag where we can eat in our own bag. And I got it in a Ziploc form because if we want to eat a little bit more later, we can zip it back up. We can shoot it in some boiling hot water. not the microwave, because your shrimp are going to come out rubbery and everything else. You would just boil a big pot of water and stick the whole bag back down in there and let it boil, you know, but have the water boiling already. And then stick your bag back down there with the zip tie in it. You already have your butter sauce on it and everything, and you've got one already ready to go. Okay, guys? So that's what I did. So what I'm going to do, you guys, is I'm going to pause this videotape, and I thank you so much for watching me again. My name is Melanie Mentlow. God bless you and bless us all. I'll be right back, okay? And now we're going to start with the, I'm going to start making my sauce. Y'all, like I said, I've added everything. The corn has been cooking. The potatoes have been cooking. And the smoked sausage has been cooking. And it's been boiling really good. So I still have to add lobster, shrimp, clams, crab legs, and eggs. So now what I'm going to do is I bought some clams and shrimp that say cooked from frozen. So what I'm going to do is now I'm fixing, look at these clams, y'all. These clams are huge. Aren't they gorgeous? And these shrimp are huge too. But I love these clams. Clams are so good. So I'm going to add this bag of shrimp and clams into the pot, okay? So there they go in. They're in there. Voila! It's getting close. I'm so excited. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to stir it. And seafood, once you start mixing your seafood in with it, then you know that it's almost over with, because seafood does not take that long to cook. A lot of people want to cook it for 20 and 30 minutes. 20 and 30 minutes, 30 and 35, 40. That is too long for seafood. It's going to get rubbery and you're not going to enjoy. You know, I do not want to mess up a $15 piece of meat. I mean, would you want to buy a steak and burn it? No. So, while that's in there, I'm going to start making my sauce. Now, with the sauce, everything that you put in the pot, you're going to put in the sauce. But I'm using olive oil. Some people can be meticulous and use, you know, the highest brand, whatever. But I got Great Value olive oil, okay? And I used a half a cup of olive oil, about a half a cup. And then I've got Land O'Lakes unsalted butter. I really don't like a lot of salt, so I chose to do that. And like I said, I made me one the other night, and I used 1 stick of butter for my sauce. But for this sauce, I'm using 3 sticks of butter because it's so much seafood, okay, you guys? It's so much seafood. And, oh, let me tell y'all something. So the other night, I was at Walmart and I was buying this stuff. And I seen these two, this man and this woman, and they had on Southern crab, I think it was. They had on the, and with this oil, which I can really measure it out, you guys, but like, I'm going to use a half a cup of vegetable oil as well. And this is for my sauce. So I'm going to put a half a cup of vegetable oil in there. Okay. Put that in the sink so I can wash it out. And I have a rag in this sink, y'all, that I constantly, I don't want the water to be running, making all that loud noise. So I do have a washcloth in my sink that I'm constantly washing my hands off so I won't get oil and everything everywhere. And then also with that, I'm just going to add 2 or 3 tablespoons of country crock butter in with the olive oil and the real butter. You know that real butter is, you can't go wrong with real butter. This butter right here is like, it's got oil in it. What does it say? It says something like 40% vegetable oil or something on it. What does Country Crock say? It used to say it, but now it doesn't. Real taste from real ingredients. Now is what it says.
What are you looking for?
One kind we had, remember it had like 40% vegetable oil.
Yeah.
Okay, and so now I got all my oil, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take some seasoned salt, and I'm just gonna say 6 dashes. Okay, of seasoned salt. Goya, 6 dashes. 1. No, that was like 3 dashes. So we're gonna say 2 dashes of Goya. And again, your ingredients taste better once they've had time to cook. And like I've got it coming to a boil, I don't really want it to boil, I want it to simmer. Then I'm gonna put some cayenne pepper, a couple of shakes, which I'm not gonna put that much because after it's done, remember we're also gonna add we're gonna mix the meat with the flavor as well. So this is the 3rd stick of Land O'Lakes $6 butter. So, and then I'm gonna use some Old Bay seasoning. Old Bay, y'all, is great. And I'm just gonna put a couple of dashes of that on there. And my honey really don't like he don't like hot stuff. But on seafood, it just tastes better when it's got that kick. It doesn't taste bland. And then with this, I'm just gonna use just an even level of garlic, minced garlic. I'm gonna put that in there. Shake some onion powder in it. Shake plenty of garlic powder. And yet again, the garlic is not going to over flavor the seafood because the seafood, it brings out the flavor of the seafood. Now, I have all my ingredients mixed in there. I'm looking for what goes to this top, and it has to be oil. Yep, that's what it is. Okay, so now that I have my sauce ready, I'm just going to stir with the same spoon I got my garlic out with. And I'm just going to stir it. And just let everything marinate and just simmer. Because, you know, butter will burn. Real butter burns. So you really don't want to burn your butter. But you just want it all to get in there. You want it all to simmer. And just get in there really nice. And you just want it to simmer while your pot is still boiling. Okay, now that I've added that seafood from frozen, remember, so since it was from frozen, the first 3 minutes, the shell has changed colors, but it really hasn't cooked because it's from frozen. So, now that I've got that in there, it's stirred, it's really coming along. Look how big those shrimp are, if you all can see them. I don't know if y'all can see them from the light or whatever. But, they're doing a marvelous job in this pot. This pot is just amazing. This is amazing seafood boil. I'm very excited to be eating it.